Hi, I'm Debra Brede, President of Brede Investment Management Company, and today I'm here to talk to you about retirement income planning. BlackRock recently undertook an initiative to find out what's on the minds of investors. They asked investors who were near retirement how prepared they felt to address some key issues in retirement. With the exception of Social Security, less than half of the respondents felt very prepared to address any of the issues we brought up. So we're here today to discuss a few of the main issues you and your professional will need to work through as you create your retirement income plan. To do this, we'll be using a case study which BlackRock developed in 2009. Meet the Reeds. James, age 62, and Susan, age 59, plan to retire in 3 years. They want to maintain current lifestyle in retirement. They need to create a legacy plan to maintain income for surviving spouse and pass wealth to children, Matt and Courtney. Their financial overview is $3 million in investable assets, $215,000 of annual income need, and if possible would like to leave $1 million to the children. The first thing we ask the Reeds to do, and the first thing you'll likely want to do with your financial professional, is to profile your expenses. BlackRock's retirement expense worksheet can help you make sure you don't miss any major expenses. So here's how the Reeds' initial annual expenses break down. They have identified $115,000 expenses that they deem essential items that they cannot do without. They have 2 mortgages that currently cost them $55,000. They want to spend $45,000 a year on discretionary pursuits, traveling, eating out, etc. They have dedicated $60,000 to help their daughter get her MBA in a few years. One expense you'll want to make sure you and your professional take into account is health care, or more specifically, Medicare premiums, deductibles, and copays, as well as funds to cover what Medicare might not. Part A helps cover inpatient care in hospitals, as well as skilled nursing facility, hospice, and home health care. Part B helps cover doctor's services and outpatient care, as well as some preventative services to help maintain your health and to keep certain illnesses from getting worse. You may purchase additional insurance called Medigap insurance to cover uncovered expenses under the original Medicare Part AB. Costs will vary by plan. Part C is like an HMO or PPO. It is a health coverage choice run by private companies approved by Medicare. It includes Part A, Part B, and usually other coverage, including prescription drugs. Costs will vary by plan. Part D helps cover the cost of prescription drugs and may lower your prescription drug costs and help protect against higher costs in the future. Medicare Part B premiums will probably make up a significant portion of your ongoing medical expenses. As such, you should be aware that the amount of income you and your financial professional generate in any given year can directly impact your premiums. Another significant Medicare expense is prescription drugs. Once you have satisfied the annual deductible, if any, for Part B, you will generally need to pay 25%. After that, there's a coverage gap, usually referred to as the donut hole. You will need to pay 100% of your prescription costs. Once your prescription costs total $6,447, or an out-of-pocket, which equals $4,550, your Medicare drug plan will generally cover 95% of any further cost for that year. This can add up to significant costs. Now that we understand all the expenses the Reeds will face, let's look at their options for funding them. Step 1. Optimize sources of guaranteed income. Let's look at the sources of guaranteed lifetime income and figure out if there are strategies you and your financial professional can employ to optimize them. The Reeds don't have a pension plan, but they are eligible for Social Security benefits. Step 2. Discuss different withdrawal strategies with your financial professional. Step 3. Help determine which income to apply to which expenses. Often you will want to apply sources of guaranteed income to the essential expenses. Now I want to explore some of the rules around Social Security. If you'll recall, 65% of investors that we surveyed reported feeling very prepared to make decisions about Social Security. This surprised us, since like any government program, there are a lot of rules which are hard to keep track of. Are you prepared to make a decision about Social Security? And do you understand that by collecting before your full retirement age, your benefit will be permanently reduced and you may be subject to further withholding if you continue to work? Do you also understand that how your decision of when to collect would impact spousal or survivor benefits for you or your spouse? How many of you know that divorced, unmarried individuals may be eligible for spousal and survivor benefits based on their ex-spouse's earnings history? One of the most common guaranteed income sources a retiree will receive is Social Security retirement benefits. When you hit full retirement age, the age at which the Social Security Administration believes an individual should retire, you are entitled to your full retirement benefits, called your primary insurance amount. Although you're not entitled to 100% of your benefits until full retirement age, most people will start collecting benefits much sooner. In fact, 73% of all people collecting benefits are collecting reduced benefits. If you collect benefits as soon as you are entitled, you will take a permanently reduced benefit. It will be reduced between 20 to 30% depending on your full retirement age. On the other hand, if you delay taking Social Security beyond full retirement age, you will receive a guaranteed annual increase to your benefit of 7 to 8% depending on the year in which you were born. This increase is in addition to the cost of living adjustment. Now let's look at whose benefits can be collected, when they can be collected, and see if there is an opportunity to step up benefits during retirement. Let's consider this scenario with James and Susan Reed. Susan has worked at least 10 years and is entitled to retirement benefits based on her own work history. James has also worked at least 10 years and is entitled to his own benefits. However, because Susan is the lower earner in this scenario, she has choices. She has options available. Not only is she entitled to her own benefits, but she may be entitled to spousal benefits. As a spouse, Susan is entitled to 50% of James' primary insurance amount of $1,162. However, because she's entitled to her own benefits, the spousal benefits will equal the difference between her own benefits and the $1,162. She will receive a combination of benefits consisting of $664 of her own benefits and $498 as spousal benefits, bringing her up to a total benefits of $1,162. Now, spousal benefits are paid while both are living. If James were to pass away before Susan, at that point Susan would be entitled to survivor benefits. The survivor benefits are not 1/2 of his primary insurance amount, but equal to his actual benefits received. So let's walk through different scenarios for the Reeds. To be conservative, we've placed their life expectancies at age 78 for James and age 80 for Susan. What happens if they decide to collect at retirement when James is age 65 and Susan is age 62? Susan would receive her own monthly benefits of $498. She would receive an additional $350 as spousal benefits. James will receive his $2,168 during his lifetime. When he passes away, Susan would collect $2,168 in survivor benefits in lieu of her other benefits. At the end of the day, they received $636,825. Had they both deferred until full retirement age 66 for both of them, they would have received higher benefits but for a shorter amount of time. Ultimately, they would actually receive $641,148 back. Had they both deferred until age 70, they would have only received $598,716. Let's consider a fourth scenario where the lower earner, in this case Susan, starts collecting at age 62, but James defers. Since James is not filed, the only benefits Susan would receive would be her own. Then when she reaches full retirement age, James would file just to allow her to grab the spousal benefits. So she begins collecting reduced benefits of $498 at age 62, and then at age 66 she begins receiving an additional $498 as spousal benefits. Because she is full retirement age when she begins the spousal benefits, that portion is not reduced. James begins to collect $3,066 at age 70. At the end of the day, they collect $658,452 from Social Security. What happens if we're less conservative and we place life expectancies at age 93 for James and age 95 for Susan? The hybrid approach still yields the highest projected lifetime income. But Social Security likely won't pay for everything, and you'll likely need to draw income from your investment assets. There are a variety of strategies for you and your investment professional to consider when determining how to convert your accumulated assets into streams of income. While most people will pull income from investments, the other options we've highlighted here, annuities and reverse mortgages, are not for everyone. One option the REITs considered was using a withdrawal strategy other than industry standard inflation adjusted for their discretionary expenses. While the predictability of income from year to year varies with a fixed percentage strategy, its strength is the reliability of its longevity. Fixed percentage withdrawals never run out of money, spending decreases with investment results, increased chance of maintaining emergency fund, and a potential for higher legacy. Inflation-adjusted withdrawals provide a smoother income stream, but they can run out of money. Now that we've explored their Social Security options and withdrawal strategies, the REITs determine the best way to match their assets to their expenses. More specifically, the REITs will use Social Security benefits to fund about half of their essential expenses and inflation-adjusted withdrawals to fund the remainder. They will take fixed dollar withdrawals to cover the payments on their fixed-rate mortgages. They will use a fixed percentage method to fund their discretionary expenses and a one-time withdrawal to help their daughter pay for her MBA. It is critical to review your retirement income plan with your financial professional at least annually. Now the REITs face a new opportunity. They are now eligible to convert to a Roth IRA. By implementing a Roth conversion, the REITs were able to increase the after-tax value of their estate while reducing the amount that may be subject to estate tax. If you're fast approaching or in retirement, don't let more time go by without creating or updating your retirement income plan. Next time you meet with your financial professional, you should talk about all the issues mentioned today. Now, I know that this was a lot of information to digest, so please call me to discuss a retirement income plan tailored to meet your own retirement income needs.